So in this video, I'll be showing how to create a basic calculator that can add two values together. So right now I have a calculator here with me, which essentially just adds 2 plus 2. So if I run this, we'll see how it works. There you go. You can see that the output is 4. Now, obviously for a calculator, we want to be able to change that value. And so in order to do that, we can essentially say 2 plus, and then we could use the input function and let's just run it with that. So what the input function is essentially going to be doing is asking the user for an input value. So we're going to do 2 plus whatever value we give it. So if I run this, now you can see it looks like nothing's really happened. But if you look here, it's actually red. So that means it's waiting for us to give it a input value. So let's just say 8, for example. If I press enter and okay, it didn't like that. What's wrong? That's because it was expecting a integer, but we gave it a string. Now, what's happened here is that whenever we give an input value, it essentially thinks of it as ABC or something like that. It doesn't know that the input is a number, and so we need to specify that. And so the way we do that is by saying that our input is actually going to be a integer value. And so if I run this again and give it a as an input and press enter. And so you can see that the output is 10. So now we know that, we can fix this. But, one issue we had originally was that it was hard to tell that it's actually asking us for an input. And so let's just put a string here. So let's just say, uh, I don't know, first number and put a column there, space. Let's run this again. And so what's our first number? We can say 5, enter. And so there you go, it's working perfectly. And so to expand this further, for 2 digits, we could just copy and paste this. And so have our first number and second number here. All right, so let's try this out and see if it works. So our first number is going to be 5. Our second number is going to be 9. And so 5 plus 9 is 14. So it's working perfectly. Now, what if I want to add, say, a decimal value or something different? So let's just try with that as well. So let's just try to do 10.5. Okay. Now it's given us a error. So what's going on? We just told it that the input is going to be an integer. So why is it why is it not happy? Well, it's because in Python, we have integers and we have floats as well. So in Python, it doesn't consider 10.5 to be an integer. It considers it a float value, which is essentially just any number that has a decimal point on it. So what we'll do is instead of calling this an integer, we'll call it a float. So we'll do float and do the same here, float. And now if you run this again, okay, let's just do 10.5 plus 0.5. And so it gives us 11.0. So yeah, that's how you essentially just create a very basic calculator that can add integer values and float values together.